Yo, Cowboys Nation, you are not dreaming. This is real. This is happening. And this is the kind of move that sends shockwaves across the entire NFL. The Dallas Cowboys have officially signed Marcus Williams, one of the league's most dynamic and respected safeties, in what can only be described as a bold, aggressive, and potentially franchise shifting move. When the news dropped, social media exploded, fans lost their minds, and the analysts, myself included, had to sit back and go, whoa, okay, like Dallas is not playing around anymore. And honestly, can you blame anyone for freaking out? Marcus Williams isn't just another name in the secondary. This dude is a legitimate difference maker. A ball hawking, sideline to sideline veteran presence who brings elite talent and leadership to a Cowboys defense that's been teetering on the edge of greatness for the past few seasons. We've seen Dallas stack talent on offense. We've seen them flash dominance on defense. But this move, this right here, might be the missing piece they've been searching for. The guy who can help seal games late, force turnovers in critical moments, and elevate everyone around him. He's that kind of player. We're talking about a guy who has averaged multiple interceptions every season, has one of the highest coverage grades among safeties over the last 3 years, and who consistently ranks near the top in passes defended, and he's still in his prime. He's not a rental. This isn't some aging vet trying to squeeze out one last run. Marcus Williams is a calculated investment with the potential to anchor the back end of Dallas's defense for the next half decade. And what a fit he is, with Micah Parsons causing chaos up front and Trevin Diggs locking down receivers. Marcus Williams slides in like a puzzle piece you didn't even know was missing until you saw it snap into place, and suddenly that secondary becomes lethal. Suddenly, quarterbacks have to think twice, no, 3 times before testing the middle of the field. Suddenly, tight ends and slot receivers can't just roam freely without the risk of getting popped or picked off. Williams' range, instincts, and IQ make him a coach's dream, and you better believe Dan Quinn, or whoever's running the defense this year, is already drawing up exotic schemes to unleash him. Imagine coverages that disguise blitzes, force errant throws, and give Williams free roam to do what he does best. Take the football away. It's going to be fireworks. It's going to be chaos for opposing offenses. And most importantly, it's going to be fun to watch if you wear the star. Now let's talk impact, because it's not just about the X's and O's. It's also about the locker room, the mindset, and the culture shift. This move signals. The Cowboys have made big moves before, yes, but this one hits different. This one says we're tired of the talk. We're tired of being one and done in the playoffs. We're not here to participate. We're here to take over. And when you bring in a guy like Marcus Williams, that message gets heard loud and clear, not just by fans, but by every player in that locker room. Younger guys are going to learn from him. Veterans are going to feed off his energy. And the fans, they're going to rally like never before. You should have seen the reactions. Twitter was on fire. Reddit threads ran for pages. People were tweeting out celebratory videos, memes, old highlight reels, and even mock Super Bowl parades. I kid you not. Somebody tweeted a clip of Marcus Williams' game-sealing interception against the insert team with the caption, "This is what he's about to do to Philly." And it got like 40,000 likes. That's the level of excitement this move has created. It's tangible. It's emotional. And honestly, it's justified. Cowboys fans have waited a long time for the front office to make the kind of move that screams confidence and vision. And while Jerry and Stephen Jones have caught their fair share of criticism over the years, some deserved, some maybe not, credit where credit is due. They pulled the trigger. They didn't hesitate. They saw the opportunity to add an elite piece to an already potent defense, and they made it happen. But this wasn't just a splash move for the sake of headlines. This was a football move, a smart, calculated addition that addresses a real need on a defense that has lacked consistency in the deep secondary. Because let's be real, how many times over the past few seasons have we watched the Cowboys get burned over the middle? How many times has a third and long turned into a back-breaking conversion because of poor safety play? That ends now. With Marcus Williams back there, you get reliability. You get a guy who doesn't bite on play action, a guy who tracks the ball like a wide receiver, a guy who makes quarterbacks hesitate just long enough for the pass rush to get home. And when you've got Parsons, Lawrence, and a bunch of heat seekers up front, that half second of hesitation is all you need. Financially, this move also makes a statement. Reports say the Cowboys cleared some cap room by restructuring a few contracts and possibly making space with a surprise release or two. And sure, there will be debate about whether the money was worth it, but let's be honest, you don't win championships by sitting on your hands. You win by taking strategic risks. And this isn't a gamble. It's a move based on proven performance. This guy has already shown what he can do on a high level. He's playoff tested. He's battled against elite QBs, and he brings a level of poise that's going to matter in those late December and January games where every possession counts. And here's the kicker, the domino effect, because this signing isn't happening in a vacuum. Other teams in the NFC East are watching, they're reacting. The Eagles, the Giants, the Commanders, they're all reevaluating their offensive strategies now. Suddenly, the slant routes they counted on might not be so open. Suddenly, their quarterback's margin for error shrinks. And you can bet those offensive coordinators are in meetings right now watching Marcus Williams film and thinking, okay, how do we avoid this guy? And it goes beyond the division. This move changes the way national analysts are going to talk about Dallas. It shifts the narrative. You're going to see segments on ESPN, NFL Network, YouTube, and all the rest saying, hey, maybe this is the year the Cowboys break through. And not in that condescending, sarcastic tone we've come to expect, but with real conviction. Because this move, combined with the pieces already in place, gives Dallas something they haven't had in years, balance. A complete team, not just a flashy offense, not just a pass rush, but a well-rounded unit that can beat you in multiple ways, and that's scary. For years, the Cowboys have had to rely on shootouts, on Dak Prescott throwing for 350 plus just to keep them in the game. Now, maybe that's not necessary every week. Maybe now they can lean on a suffocating defense, win games 23-17, and close things out without giving fans a heart attack in the fourth quarter. That's the promise of this signing. That's the vision. And you know what else? It makes preseason exciting because now we get to watch how Marcus Williams integrates into the system, how quickly he builds chemistry with the rest of the secondary, how he communicates, reacts, adjusts. Training camp just got a whole lot more interesting, and come preseason, you better believe fans will be watching every snap he plays, just waiting for that first flash of brilliance. A tip pass, a tight coverage, a sideline interception that ends up on highlight reels before week one even kicks off. This is the kind of addition that reignites a fan base, that raises the bar internally, and that gets the media asking, okay, who's stopping this team? And I haven't even gotten to the leadership factor. Behind the scenes, players respect Williams. He's known as a quiet grinder, a guy who puts in the work, watches the film, mentors the younger players, and doesn't get caught up in the noise. That's invaluable in a locker room that's often under the microscope. You know how much pressure comes with wearing the star. Every mistake is a headline. Every bad play is a trending topic. Yeah, having a veteran presence like Williams to stabilize the DB room, to help young guys like insert young DI names, stay focused and locked in. That's worth its weight in gold. And if you think he's going to back down from expectations, think again. Williams has always thrived under pressure. He's played in big moments, in primetime games, in hostile environments. He knows what it takes to win. And now he's bringing that pedigree to a team that's desperately hungry for a title run. It's a match made in football heaven. So the question now isn't whether Marcus Williams is a good fit. We know that answer. It's yes, 100 times yes. The real question is, what's next? How far can this team go? Is this the final piece, or is there more to come? Is this the year we finally see Dallas take that leap from contender to champion? I want to hear from you in the comments right now. Let's talk. Is Marcus Williams the best free agent signing the Cowboys have made in the last 10 years? What do you think his stat line will be this year? How many picks? How many forced fumbles? How many jaw-dropping moments? What game are you most excited to see him in? I want your boldest predictions, your honest thoughts, and your raw fan reactions. I'll be reading them, responding, and featuring the best ones in the next video. And if you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest Cowboys news, and don't forget to turn on notifications because trust me, this season is going to be one wild ride and you're not going to want to miss a second of it. Marcus Williams is a Cowboy. Let that sink in. This defense just went from dangerous to downright deadly. The NFL has been warned. Let's get it.